Did you know that increasing organic matter on your land by only 1% helps hold more than 20,000 gallons of water per acre? This simple fact highlights how even small changes can transform our environment, which is exactly what regenerative ranching aims to do. Hi, my name is Parisa Gieck, and I'm from Cedar Park Gavel Club. My passion for regenerative ranching has led me to interview several ranchers and tour their land, seeing how these practices are restoring ecosystems. Today, I will talk about regenerative ranching, the problems it addresses, the causes of those problems, and the solution it offers. What is regenerative ranching? It's a set of land management principles put into action to restore barren and depleted land. It aims to take ranch land from a state of degradation and unproductivity to a fertile, productive landscape. Regenerative agriculture isn't a new concept. It's simply reverting to what the land was originally designed to do. This is Caitlin Word from the Noble Research Institute. Regenerative agriculture also includes regenerative farming, regenerative gardening, forest gardening, and permaculture. My own experience with regenerative agriculture began in my family's backyard forest garden in Canada, where I experienced firsthand how natural, diverse ecosystems could thrive. Some of the main principles regenerative ranching uses to improve soil health include adapt your practices to your land's unique conditions, increase diversity to create a balanced ecosystem, have live roots in the ground all year round to feed the microbiology in the soil, and livestock integration. As the animals move and eat, they trample biomass into thatch, which helps to cover and protect the soil and spread seeds. What are some problems ranchers face? High fuel and fertilizer costs increased by over 300% in 2022, and low hay inventory has severely impacted ranchers. Droughts have massive effects on local ranchers, and soil productivity has decreased over the years, requiring synthetic fertilizers to boost loss of productivity. From speaking to ranchers and seeing these challenges firsthand, I've learned how difficult it is to maintain these small family-run ranches. Ranchers struggle to survive with high costs of equipment, labor, fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, and supplemental feeds. However, regenerative ranching offers an alternative that directly addresses these issues. To really understand how these problems arose, we need to look at the history of soil management. Something happened in the earliest 20th century that would impact the course of agriculture. Known as the Dust Bowl or the Dirty 30s, it was a man-made ecological disaster caused by farmers encouraged by the government to overplow prairie grasslands to grow crops. Farmers thought the soil was a self-renewing resource, and they believed the rain would follow the plow. Unfortunately, due to drought, the topsoil blew away in clouds of dust, reaching 2 miles high with 65-mile-an-hour winds. It blew as far east as Washington, D.C. 6 feet of topsoil was blown away in some areas, leaving the landscape barren and farmers bankrupt. It was an economic and environmental disaster. Despite advancements, many modern practices, such as monoculture and reliance on synthetic fertilizers, still echo the mistakes that led to the Dust Bowl. However, regenerative agriculture offers an alternative and sustainable solutions to these challenges. But why is regenerative ranching a sustainable solution? Because it works with the environment rather than against it. Complex interactions of roots and other living organisms impact soil dynamic properties, affect carbon sequestration, and enable nutrient availability for plant productivity, explains Courtney Geergis from the Noble Research Institute. The increase in organic matter improves groundwater and, in some cases, has brought back running water springs that have been dry for generations. Land becomes more resilient to extreme weather, while lower labor requirements mean small multi-generational ranches can manage with fewer outside resources, including expensive chemicals. In conclusion, I talk about what is regenerative ranching, the problems it addresses, the causes of those problems, and the solution it offers. Growing up in Canada, I have fond memories of picking fresh berries in my forest garden. This sparked my interest in exploring local regenerative ranches and conducting experiments from samples on these ranches. I have learned working with the environment helps us now and for future generations. And this should be important to every Texan, as raising livestock and ranching is vital to our economy. Plus, I do love some good Texas barbecue. I would like to thank the experts and ranchers who provided me with great insight, personal tours, and first-hand experience. Jeff Goodwin, an experienced rancher and director of the Center for Grazing Lands, Ranch Management, and Research at Texas A&M. Taylor Collins, a regenerative rancher from Rome Ranch and Force of Nature Farms. J.D. Garland from Garland Farms, Clint Rary from Fafo Farms, and Drizzy Cow Barnyard, along with articles from the Noble Research Institute. Will you support regenerative ranchers by buying their products? You can find a complete list of Texas regenerative ranching products at texasrealfood.com. Thank you.